Talk to me, guys. What's up? What's up? Another surprise live stream. Let me know when you guys are there and post up some questions. I want to talk some, Bitcoin, some Bitcoin Cash, some VeChain, some Ripple, whatever you guys want to talk about. Just lay it out. I'll try to check out what's going on. What's up, buddy? Waiting for some more people to get up. Some pretty interesting news. Ripple, SBI. Um, Interesting. I mean, this whole crypto market is very interesting. Uh, Again, there's a lot of projects out there that are making a lot of noise, right? But noise doesn't, noise. No, but Ripple definitely is a big dog, just like VeChain's a big dog. Bitcoin, of course. I don't like putting Bitcoin in the same category. That's why I've always called VeChain the king of this whole crypto market, the KOC. So, but with that being said, um, and of course, there's some small market caps that are really interesting to look at, especially coming out of the VeChain ecosystem. And we talk about those like Safe Haven Player. Um, there's something really interesting too. I was just speaking to one of the founders of Very Art. Really interesting. Digital art. Still trying to read up on that, but it's really interesting. So I want to give a little shout out there. Really nice individual, just chatting back and forth. So really interesting there. Also, uh, just checking out the Telegram of Plan Chain, seeing, still waiting on some news there. Some of you might have seen that in San Francisco. Uh, I think it was like associated, some not associated, but I think if I'm not mistaken, I mean I just do a lot of research and I got a lot of images in my head, but it was somewhat tied up to Safe Haven. Not saying that it is associated, but just a lot of interesting things that are happening and that are about to happen. Ocean X, guys, if you're part of the V chain, you know, what do you, I guess, family or fan of V chain, you really should be supporting Ocean X, and especially if you have, your things like Player, you're holding Player or Safe Haven or DBAD or even the token itself. I think I should start really going after Ocean X a little bit more, um, because I mean that would be really big. Imagine Ocean X being like the next Binance. That would be something interesting. But we'll see. We'll see. So what's up? I wasn't checking some of the questions. Did anybody post up a question yet? I'm gonna try to keep this live stream within 20 minutes. Some of it's been going like 30 minutes. Sometimes I just ramble on. It's hard. So who's there? Who's posted up a question? Anybody got some information on Ripple? Because I know a lot of people have a lot of information on what's going on with Ripple, um, and this is just to help out each other. You know what I mean? I'm not the man with all the answers and can solve everything. But if someone's got some more information about what's going on with Ripple, because you can't research everything. Okay, all right. So what's my plan to get off crypto and how am I going to do it? Um, Again, so I've been talking about this, and I'm not gonna go too much into this because I've been saying a lot. But anyways, it might help somebody else out, and you obviously you are interested. Um, what I'm going to be doing is by mid 2021, I want to be out of crypto, at least 75%, because of what's been taking place. And again, a lot of people do not simplify this. It's not that complicated. You want to day trade, go ahead, go be a gambler, go, be stressed out. I rather I'd rather take the simple route and looking at the charts. So by mid 2021, I want to be out of cryptos 50 to 75% around there, give or take. All right. To late 2022, early 2023, around there for the next halving because as you can see, we're fluctuating now. People are really excited. Oh, it touched 9,000 and then it goes back. And what happened? It's the end. And we're going to go back. People talk a lot of nonsense. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be arrogant, but there's a lot of nonsense. Looking at the charts, we're in that expansion reaccumulation stage, and we're going to be doing a little dance back and forth. Now, as we get closer to the halving of the event, that's when we should start seeing the price go up for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Again, Bitcoin Cash halving, I like to say this, is in April of 2020, and then right after April comes May. And then May, Bitcoin halving happens, and that's the real deal. But with that being said, I still expect Bitcoin Cash to do some pretty good things. I think Bitcoin Cash halving will rise the price up. I'm looking at a target at 2,000, and I think I'm very modest there. But still, I like to give myself leverage, and I think that would be great returns on my investment. With that being said, after cash, that's going to be exciting, and then you expect to trickle down. But that's when the real bull market happens. So right now, I think I even heard Mike Novogratz talking about that we should be going back and forth from like 7 to 10,000 range. I'm in agreement with that. Some people have been talking about 30,000 by the end of 2019. I mean, that would be great, of course. I really don't see that. But again, that would be great. I mean, I can honestly see us getting close to the end of the year, Bitcoin being, 12,000, 13, building itself up. And then after the halving, we retest all-time highs. We bounce off of it a little bit, and then we just break through that mother real quick. And then this thing gets really exciting. And it's going to take a lot of the Bitcoins, hard forks with it too, because when Bitcoin pumps, most of the time all the other Bitcoins pump as well. That's what another reason out of all the other Bitcoin hard forks, Bitcoin Cash to me is the one that to me is the most safest. It's the one I like, and it has the real bull market should be happening around that time of next year, April, May, and we start going up and up and up and up in value. So then your question was, what am I going to do when I'm out? Right? I think you're asking me, should I get into real estate? Well, it all depends what's the best investment. Again, I'm not giving anybody financial advice. But you just can't say, well, I'm going to get into real estate. Well, what do you know? What if it's the wrong time to get into real estate? What if it's still going up? You never want to buy high. It all depends. At that moment, believe me, you don't have to get so worked up about that part. You just need to have the funds on the sideline so when the opportunity comes, you can attack it and attack it correctly, wisely, and build up. The way the rich and industry and then they move into another, so it's just like a cycle. It's just smart money going in and out, right? They do the same thing, rinse and repeat. All right, so right now crypto to me is by far the best investment in my opinion. I'm not telling anybody what they should be doing with the money. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And then I'll see if options, trading options would be uh, the correct thing. I probably will some extra funds there. But it all depends for now. What do you mean? Are you getting to real estate at the top? Or are you getting real estate in the middle, at the bottom? Because the thing about real estate, if you get in at the wrong time, you're going to be sitting on something that could take uh, probably decades to get out of. All right. And then if you're talking about condos and HOA fees and then, taxes and this and that, it starts adding up. And before you know it, you're almost suffocating. You gotta be smart. Just because someone says real estate is the best investment, that's incorrect. Well, it's incomplete. It's not incorrect, but at what time? You understand? At what time? And like for example, in Miami, there's a lot of things booming over here. But if you look at New Jersey, New York, um, real estate is starting to decline. And not going to get into that too much right now. But for example, I'm not going to get too much into that. But we'll talk. We'll talk some other things. All right. So let me look at some other questions here. And again, I'm going to try to keep this under. I try to keep it under 20 minutes, but it usually goes to 30. Before I'm like, wow, it's like 30 minutes. It felt super fast. You know what I mean? Hey, man, thanks. I appreciate all the blessings, all the kind words, all the support. I know there's some haters out there and, they don't understand and this and that. That's fine. Everybody has their opinions, but I do appreciate the kind words. I'm very humbled by them, and I appreciate all you guys. And I promise you, let me say this: I do my best now. Beforehand, I was a little, how would I say it? I was off track with a lot of things, but I've been humbled. I've been humbled in a lot of ways, and I'm just trying to do my best to help people now as much as I can. I'm not perfect. Never claim that I'm perfect, but I'm doing my best to try to help people and try to guide people in the right direction. Uh, and hopefully we all can get there. And I'm gonna try to post up videos and telling you what I'm doing, what I'm looking at. So again, if uh, when I'm getting out, I'll be trying to let you guys know that I'm getting out, why I'm getting of, time to market here and it's going to do this because the chart, I like to look at the charts for long term, in a long term. And I think the blueprint is there and there's one chart that shows it all and it's surrounding the housing. And then when you throw in things like backed, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Starbucks, and you start throwing these things, I think this bull run is going to be epic. And I think if we play this correctly, all right, we can literally transfer wealth. You can start seeing a wealth transfer happen because if you ride the wave correctly and you do the things how smart money does, which is in cycles, you go into another one. If real estate it's on its way down, um, then depending if that's happening, but you never chase. At least that's what I tell myself. That's the way I attack things. But I know the plan that I have right now. And again, I've always mentioned this because I don't like to sound arrogant in the sense of, oh, yeah, I got this plan. I'm going to do it like this. I don't know what's going to happen, a year from now. But this is my plan. God willing, this is the plan that I have. And, if God allows it and it will happen, then it happens and it manifests and then it's a blessing. Let me see. I went a little bit of a rant here, so when I go on a rant, it's hard for me to read some of the questions. I'm trying to get some of the questions on right now. Let me see. Anybody else got? I apologize. I'm trying. It's not coming up yet. Da, 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 da. Let's go. Hey, yeah. It is gonna hate. From what I've heard, there'll be no more gold sourcing in about 10-year investing process. Gold silver. Yeah, yeah. Um, What's your thoughts? Hey, listen. Again, it's all about the timing. There's a timing. I say this a lot. Okay. And you've heard me say it, and I'll say it again. And I really want you to really understand this. So when, whenever you think about me, it sounds weird, but seriously, there's a season to plant, and there's a season to harvest, to reap. Okay, and I always say this: everybody is, they do the correct thing of planting. I mean, not everyone, but they understand. Most of you understand already once, the correct time to plant. But we seem to forget that there's also an action that needs to be taken, and that's to know when it's the time to harvest, right? You don't want to do, well, let me just use, because I don't want to give people financial advice, but it's not financial advice. I'm just saying you don't want to be that individual that sees Bitcoin go to, let's say, 80,000, 90,000, 100,000, then it drops back down to uh, 30,000 or 40,000. Be like, wow, I was up there and then I didn't take any profits and now it's coming back down. And so you can't be greedy, take what the market gives you. And I mean, these are some pretty epic returns on investment, especially if Bitcoin's at those numbers. Remember, the bigger returns are on the lower caps, right? So if Bitcoin's like around 80,000, imagine where a safe haven or a player would be, or VeChain. VeChain's not even a penny. Imagine if VeChain's sitting at 30 cents, 40 cents. And again, I've been talking about VeChain. The magic number is $1. And who's to say that VeChain doesn't reach $1 in the market? I don't see it, but I do see that VeChain is severely undervalued. It has a lot of room to make up. So 30 cents, 40 cents, um, you know, 20 cents. I mean, that's pretty damn good. Uh, Once you get at those levels, at least for me, I'm gonna be thinking, okay, all right, can't be greedy. Take some profits here and there, and probably a pretty good chunk, and then wait for it to come back down. Again, I already told you what I'm doing. 2021, at least 50%, at least, and again, it's somewhere between 50 to 75, and it might even be higher than that. Who's to say I might not even just be completely out of cryptos and then get back in because of what the chart has been showing. Um, and what chart am I talking about? I'm talking about the halving. You guys really need to understand that I don't like the word stress, but I can't, for lack of a better word, I can't stress that out. You have to study the halving chart. Study that, simplify, take out all the other noise, all the other bull crap out where people are trying to tell you it's this and that, and because of this, and the double blah 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 blah, all this. Just study the halving chart. Simplify. You don't need to do so much research on how to, read charts. Just study that chart and look at it. Look at what it's been doing. Okay, look at what it's been doing. Understand that. Rinse, repeat. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing. Not telling you to do that. That's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing. And then, again, I said this earlier. It's like the World Cup every 4 years, right? Every 4 years, right? So we should see a bull market, an extreme bull market to make it, which I see that the crypto market is really healthy. And I'll tell you why the crypto market's really healthy. Because we see extreme rises and we see drastic drops, vicious drops, which makes it a balanced market. If it was just to go up and up and up and up and up and up, this would be a joke. But it goes up crazy and it goes down crazy. And I love that. I love that. You just got to be patient. Know when it's green light, know when it's yellow light, and know when it's the red light. So, know when to get in, know when to get out, rinse and repeat. And I think for me, it's just being extremely simple, not overcomplicating this. And there's a lot of people that are going to try to complicate it because they want to, um, you know, it's a business, right? Come join me and I'll teach you how to do this. Come join me and I'll teach you how to do that. And you can read the charts and the blueprint's there. The blueprint is there. Go to my Twitter, 007 MacMac 007. I have it pinned up. Look at the housing. It's right there. They've been doing it. I'm pretty sure they're going to do it again. And next 4 years, they'll do it again. And then after those 4 years, they'll do it again. So I think it's just really simple. Really simple. I mean, but this one, understand this bull market should should be dollars should be coming into the. I'm gonna try to cut this pretty short. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, I mean, day trading cryptocurrencies. I mean, that's a whole nother. That's a whole nother monster. I mean, that's a whole nother monster. I mean, I see a lot of people that, they're like, yeah, you should be doing it like this, and I'm like, man, I don't know why you want to complicate it. Just look at the main chart. It's the halving, right? And then Litecoin's going to be, I think it's what, like in 60 days, 50 days, 50 something days. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be halving. But the time to get into Litecoin for me, should have been $20. Um, I missed it, and more than missing it, I don't know what it is with me and not liking that individual knows when to sell out and when to sell in, and I to sell out and when to sell in, and I don't like the trickery. But still, that's my mistake. $20 and knowing that there's a halving in the same year, um, that I should have attacked that. I made a big mistake there, but I got it at Bitcoin Cash at 100. So to me, those are what I call delta tens. All right, going higher is the more risk, but delta tens are like sweet with a great reward. All right, so I think Bitcoin Cash is going to be a great return on my investment, for me, and I'm expecting at least 2K. But after the halving, we should see something epic, and especially with this bull market and when Bitcoin takes off, and Bitcoin Cash. I think they're going to be the first two that really take off. Maybe Litecoin because they got the halving before. And usually Litecoin does take off a little bit before if you look at the charts. But next year, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin takes off, and then you see the trickle down effect to the other altcoins, and then off we go. And then we see the big boys. Like, if you've never seen a bull or a V chain bull, um, it's pretty damn it's pretty damn epic. So I think we're gonna see some epic things happening next year. It's gonna be exciting, really exciting. All right, guys, 25 minutes. Just wanted to, I pop in here and there. I'm probably going to do a live stream. I won't say every day because I don't want to, what happens if I can do it. I don't want to, come out as a liar, but, I'll try to do one, at least one every day. If I don't, I don't, but I'll try to do another one the following day. Again, post up your questions on the comment bar, and I'll try to touch on that. And if you guys got any information, try to help out some people that are looking about Ripple, about VeChain, about Bitcoin, about any other coins. Put it on the comment bar so people can read it and we can grow as a community. And maybe I'll talk about it. Who knows? But as we share, try to be a blessing. You know what I mean? Do your best to be a blessing and share some tips and some things. Maybe some coins we're not looking at, or some other, whatever you think that can help us help, someone out. All right, guys. Till next time. Be blessed. And remember to do your best to be humble and to, again, try to help people and be a blessing. All right, guys, be blessed.